Peace. This is 720X, and we're coming to you from nature's living room. Right? You can hear it, hear the birds out having a good time out here. I just want to kind of stop in with everyone, talk to you a little bit more about the Galactic music and the need for it and why. You know, I DJ for many years in clubs, parties, and radio. I've done every form of it. The battle DJs, competition, all of it. And the music that we have, and there's a lot of music that I like, a lot of music that we listen to, but at some point it gets to, let me say it like this: if there's a joke that goes over right and everybody gets the joke, I mean, maybe some truth to it, everybody can relate to it, right? Same thing with music. We hear, man, it's all this music over here and it's detrimental and you can't hear what they're saying. Or, hey man, some people will write songs that are religious based and they oversaturate the words with, man, it's like, it becomes unbearable. It's a lot, right? So creating a new type of music and making new music, I've always been interested in making instrumental music. With music, you know, shout out to the Paul Hardcastles and the Herbie Hancock. So about, you know, there's so many people that have songs that when you hear it, you hear the song but there's no words to it. So I've always been interested in that form too. Of course I love the words, I love people's input on there, but I enjoy the instrumental part and seeing where it can go, and in some ways it kind of forces you to make melodies and make certain things within the music to keep the attention. You know, how do you change it up? Well, even with my music, people ask, well, man, it's the same, but it's different. Every single verse is something different. Because when you listen to a song, each verse is going to be a little different. It may have the same bass line to it or the same feel of the song, but each one is kind of got a little bit different in each one of those verses. So it's the same way that that the music was constructed. Even to going to the point of saying, hey, there's a brand new genre of music, it's just from listening to everything and listening to stuff. And I remember on one of the outros for Gil Scott-Heron, right? And they were asking about his music and where do we fit, you know, and he talking about the jazz and the other and that. Well, this right here, as I listen to it, it has its own separate feel, like the New Jack Swing or the you hear Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis type deal. You know, and each producer has their own particular style. But what I've created is something that anyone can do. It's, you know, and I can show you how to do it. It's not a big deal. But anyone can do it. You just have to be willing to go against what you're trained. When I sit down to write music, I don't sit down to write things in a particular chord, in a particular key, in a particular anything. I just sit down and write, right? So whatever notes come out, whatever sound comes out, that's what the music ends up being, and I start building from there. The fact that majority of my songs, and I don't know, all of them, I don't know, are written in minor chords, yet once you listen to them all the way through, you feel positive. That wasn't intentional. Like, I didn't sit down like, ooh, I'm gonna write some minor chords and I'm gonna feel positivity. No, I just wrote, and that's just how it turns out. Now, on the other side, the music as I was writing, and those that know, especially people that know portions of my life and things I've gone through and went through and, you know, that kind of deal. The music itself was a representation of what I've experienced through my journey. Now, that being said, when you talk about minor chords and it feels like, oh, you know, down, people say they're supposed to be down, or, you know, introspective, or kind of a downer, you know, or really heartfelt, or you talking, you know, whatever the case. Well, yes, I've experienced those. But what the music allows you to do is the same thing I was able to do through my own journey, is transmute those moments into positive energy real time. People ask, well, how are you doing this? Someone asks a question about, hey, something that I go through, and I'm telling them a part of the story. I'm not trying to go through the whole part, but as I'm telling them portions of it, and I get stopped a lot of times. Wait, man, that's a lot. I don't even know what to say to you. That's, and then it clicks to them. Wait, you already went through this. Wait, today? Wait, yesterday? How are you in front of us right now being this positive? You didn't say nothing. We wouldn't have known. I mean, you asked the question, and I'm going to tell you the truth. That's what it is. But a part of the music, it helps. And so the same way that the music is helping to transmute those minor chords into positivity, it is just a representation of what I've been able to do through my journey. Like taking a lot of wild things. And this other part that I want to share for people that are out as light workers, bringers, whatever the term you're using, you know. I get it. In order for you, a lot of times to go through that, some of the things that you're going to be dealing with are going to feel real out there, much more intense than a lot of people that you may have been around, or people that you're sharing your story with. They may have went through some things, but it's maybe relatable in that group, or something that someone has a scripture or something, and you know, it kind of helps with that, or there's a support group or something. You know, a lot of times the things that we go through are so out of this world that that nobody really knows what to do. Man, I don't know what to tell you. So I get it. So kudos to yourself, but keep moving forward and turning that into positivity and putting that back out instead of reciprocating the negative that's coming to you. Because whatever you put out is going, you know, is you putting it out. Whether someone tried to do something to you, or they try to put a spell or energy, whatever they directed to you, the moment you start sending that back, you're actually, whatever your intentions were, you're still putting that energy back out. You're just regurgitating the same negativity in a different form. So it's just for y'all too, to help, you know, help me, to help y'all. He can help y'all too, that you can help real-time transmute. Sometimes it takes a minute. Sometimes people have to sit and think about it for a while and realize, you know, what's happening around them and what's going on. And this just helps you to do it a little bit quicker. So, and I'll do a little bit more of these videos. It's different for me too. I'm saying this to you because I'm speaking to the camera, and as it seems, right? However, but it's really not what's happening. I'm speaking to you, and you're listening. So first, I thank you for that. It's different. I'm more of a one-on-one person. I like the idea of having someone there, and as they ask a question, we go up, because I don't know what it is that a person needs to know or wants to know from day to day. I don't, you know, so this is just a little bit different for me, but hey, this is me stepping out of my comfort zone too, also doing these types of videos. And I'll do some in the studio. You know, we'll get more back in the studio and doing some of the stuff we were doing indoors. this is just where I'm at right now, having these conversations like this. If you're interested in the music and what I'm trying to get done, you can go check it out. Until the next time, this is DJ 720X, and I say peace.